least when you hit 30 for sure. That's just got to turn into that little sideways toss.
So I think next year I'll invite the fantasy football group because I mean they're all homies anyway.
Yeah, that sounds good.
No one's really crazy.
What is going on? It is episode 11 of the Going for Two podcast. You heard that right. 11 of these.
Let's go.
And the league is still tight. It's a whole bunch of 5 and 6s and 6 and 5s fighting for the
Playoffs.
3, 4, 5, and 6 spot. I
Yeah.
think the only locks we kind of have maybe is the 2 number ones on both sides. But other than that, you can be in the playoffs to being last place in your league. It's crazy. Even Chicken Wings making a tear. He's trying to get out. Buddha's trying to keep him off. So, I don't know, man. We've been calling him Chicken Wing for how many weeks straight? That name might go to someone else.
At the very end.
Dude, imagine he escapes it. And then there's point differential, right? So, like, if they're tied, then it's the lowest points.
Yeah. My thing is, like, do we just let them both have it, but they just split it?
Exactly, right? Yeah, like, you can do half and half, but I don't think so. I think we go down to points.
Wow.
Just to have one loser. Come on.
You're making someone eat a lot, bro.
The challenge is 12. I don't think anyone's going to have 12 now. It's not possible, right?
Yeah, that's true. No.
Even if Travis loses out, he only gets 11. Yeah, he would be 11.
11, 12, 13, 4 weeks.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, 4 weeks. 4 weeks, including this one.
Because week 14 is the first week of playoff. Oh, okay.
No, it's the last week.
Because it's 15, 11, 16, 17 playoffs.
Yeah, we have 11, which is we're on week.
We're on 11 now.
Yeah, but I'm 5. I'm 6,
yeah.
5.
We're gonna review week 12. Like week 12's games just happened yesterday.
Yeah, so we have 12, 13, 14. So we have technically 3 games.
3 games, yeah.
This week.
So even if he loses all 3, that's only 11.
Yeah,
and then if he switches up with Buddha, then they're gonna be more in like the 10 range. So
yeah,
okay.
But I mean, 10 blazing still sucks, bro.
Oh, for sure, yeah, exactly.
Anything over 5 for blazing sucks.
Exactly, yeah. Anything over 5, you're feeling the heat.
I feel like the 5th one, that 6th one just burns when you're chewing it. You're like, damn, this sucks.
Because at that point, like, the heat's not coming from the wing anymore because it's already like all up in here, you know.
It's already in your whole mouth.
Exactly, yeah. And then Travis does it. He has a beard, so that's just gonna latch in, bro. It's gonna just start.
Bro, he's gonna be like 2 hours later. He's gonna go home. He's gonna like this.
Oh,
he's like, oh, it happened all over again.
Oh my, right. Part 2.
That's hilarious.
Oh man, but yeah, let's address something first before we get started. We had a good episode last week.
Yep.
But D-Ram didn't bring up that he needed to do a bamboozled.
Wow.
Because let's go ahead and take a quick glance at the scoreboard for last week.
Boo.
So week 10, I scored 112. You scored 80. So you just kind of went quiet, didn't bring up bamboozled. It was like, oh yeah, have a nice pod. See you later.
If you listened to last week's podcast, there was a lot going on.
Yeah, there was. We had the guest, and you had to defend yourself. Yeah,
the freaking.
It was a surprise
guest. Allegations.
I know, right?
I got blindsided. I was like, boom.
Yeah.
I felt like Aaron Rodgers in that one meme when he's like,
with the freaking helmet up on his face. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's the worst. But we've decided that he's gonna do it to start the episode,
and then we'll go.
And we'll go to see who won this week's
on camera.
Let me see the spin.
Yeah, this thing sucks.
You gotta pop it, right?
Pop it out.
Pop it up. If not, you can just do the worst one. That's fine.
Okay, let's see. My God. This one's booger, bro.
Okay. Don't you eat those for fun?
Shut the
You're like, oh, I like these. Wait, so that one's only bad, or is there a good possibility?
No, it's juicy pear.
Oh, God. You better get booger.
All the good ones are good. The thing is, like, I don't even know what juicy pear even tastes like. I don't even eat pears.
Well, boogers are gonna be like nasty, and pears gonna be sweet.
That's true.
So if ain't sweet.
Oh, that is not sweet. That is, oh man, that's terrible. It's like
I got a weird consistency too, huh?
it's almost like if you left
Man.
nachos out overnight. Yeah,
Ugh.
that's gross.
And what was it?
Yes,
It
that
was
booger.
booger. Okay. And you
But it
said
tastes like
nachos overnight.
yeah, like if I could picture nachos staying overnight and you try to eat them the next day, like on the counter, like not even
Ugh.
refrigerated.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, it's like stale sour cream or something. It
Just make
is
sure
disgusting.
that doesn't stay in your teeth.
I know that's the bad part. Is like
Right? Exactly.
it's
You're like,
disgusting.
damn. Oh shit! I got more of it. Comes back to bite you
This
again.
this group sucks. I've
Yeah.
got one good one.
Yeah. We thought you started off well, but now you're pretty
Oh
consistent with those
damn.
bad ones.
Well, I gotta handle this. Hey yo,
Little do
Bean
you know
Boozled,
is
can
I
you fix our stuff?
little do you know is I told your wife to switch them all for bad ones. You have a
Wow.
custom box that's just all horrible,
I hope
right?
I never get the dead fish
I'm
one.
like, go ahead and spin, knowing you have no chance of getting a bad one or a good one. All
Mm.
right, so I got that over with. Get
And I'm
DRAM
in
some
my
nice air
toothpaste.
freshener. Yeah.
And I need toothpaste now. I'm gonna carry like a little bottle of mouthwash.
Right? Let's get it going.
That is it's lingering. Ooh. Ew.
All right, so let's week 11. A lot of matchups that we're going to be dictating the positions of the playoffs.
Damn,
A
all the I was gonna
lot of
say
playoff implication games.
we could go off like one that really doesn't matter, but every game this week mattered.
Yeah, every game this week mattered. The matchups mattered. And it's funny because when I look for it, like when I look at all the matchups, everything benefited me.
Yeah,
Like every way the game went benefited me. So
me also.
let's go ahead and jump into, I don't even know. Well, they're not 5 and 6, so yeah, let's jump into chicken wing. Jump into
Yeah.
Travis's game first, because this
It
is
was just
surprising.
yeah, and it was just awesome that he took down the number one spot.
Dude, taking down a number one, keeping himself one chicken wing off the board. If
With
he
the
ends up,
with a big number too,
dude,
131.
and you look at his team, yeah, you got one guy in the 30s, but it wasn't like a Justin Fields, someone scored 51 points, you know?
Yeah.
It's just one hit 30s, and then everyone else, quarterbacks, if you have a good quarterback, you're expected to get 20, I think, you know?
Yeah.
And then after that, pretty consistent, really good Amari Cooper. But
Yep.
you look at G Ram's side and you start to see
And
problems.
you see Josh Allen really let him down.
Josh Allen, you're expecting, he was projected for 30.
30. Yeah, a
30.
30
That's
bomb.
a huge projection. Comes in with only half of that. But what
Yeah.
I want to look at is, let's look right here at his two running backs. Elijah Mitchell, now he's sharing with
Christian McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey, and you saw it this time. It was only
That
5.9, but Christian McCaffrey didn't go off either, right?
I mean he did all right, but he didn't do nothing great. It's just I don't understand the 49ers game plan because last week they were like 50-50 in snap share.
Yeah,
This week it was like 70-30 for
for
McCaffrey.
McCaffrey. Okay.
I'm like, who decides the snap count on this thing?
Yeah, honestly, I think anything that's gonna favor pass catching or routes run from the running backs got to go to McCaffrey. He's just
Easily.
proven. He's just proven
Yeah.
that way. And Mitchell is going to have more of that grunt work, kind of break down the defense kind of
Yeah.
run style.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what favored. They're like, hey, no, we need the ability to have Christian McCaffrey break out from the backfield and be a
Yeah.
dump off. So that's
And,
he's going to line up a lot more than Mitchell.
and in that game, I mean, you can't really everyone kind of caps on Garoppolo, but he played a decent game.
Exactly. He does enough to win.
Yeah.
And that's a lot easier now when you have so many weapons around you. Brandon Ayuk, Debo, Elijah Mitchell, Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle. Like,
Yeah.
dude, he's got
Yeah,
options.
Debo.
Yeah, so that's
That's
pretty
stacked.
scary. So yeah, I don't think you need 3 touchdowns and 350 yards from Garoppolo. You don't.
Yeah.
It can
Yeah.
get
And
spread out differently, and
and when you look at like this matchup and you see Elijah Mitchell and AJ Dillon, like they're usually 50% share guys, but this last week it wasn't that case.
yeah, and that's
And then
what's scary for GRAM for sure. That's eight
yeah,
points, 8 points
yeah,
from your two running backs.
yeah, that's terrible.
But
And but like you can't really blame him because look at Chicken Wings. It's a Devin Singletary who's like the only week he's ever scored is this week,
yeah, pretty
and
big
then a backup Tony Pollard who was like a pass catching monster last week,
monster, yeah,
like
and
tear it up,
it's insane that he's still back up. Like having that much depth is really
crazy.
nice.
Yeah,
But I think Travis was a bit of Travis getting him on a good week too, because he did have
yeah.
Travis Etienne and Mostert on the bye. So that
Oh
would have been
yeah,
his one
that's pretty
two.
good.
That's his 1-2, and Dylan just had to come up. Mitchell maybe could have been a flex,
And then you
something
got
like
freaking
that.
Cooper Cup on IR, like that's big too.
Yeah, that's a big one
And
too.
and I think even if this game would have been a lot closer if Waddle was in instead of Michael Pittman,
Yeah,
you
so
know?
that would have been another bye week. So maybe Travis just caught him on a good week.
And
Nevertheless, it's still a win for Travis, and he did it by almost 40 points.
G Ram's got to get some stuff done because that fool's got 3 tight ends.
Yeah, 3 tight ends. I understand you run one in the flex, but why wouldn't you just have a running back one in the flex?
I think what he's trying to do is I think he's trying to like wait till someone really
Hoard?
needs a tight end.
Oh, okay.
Like they're dropping like
He's
flies,
trying to
right?
hoard it, yeah.
He's trying to hoard it until someone really needs one. They'll give up something just because they need one.
Yeah. It's interesting, but I don't know because he doesn't do enough moves for me to be thinking in that schemy way.
Yeah,
Like maybe
because then you got
if he made like 40 moves, I'm like, all right, he's scheming, like he's stacking so he
yeah,
can get some leverage, but he doesn't make any moves.
yeah.
So I don't know the thought process, but hey, I think he just got hurt by buys this week,
Yeah,
but
that
I'll
I would have
I'll
dropped. I'm
I'll
pretty sure.
take it.
I'm pretty sure Dallas Goddard is an IR. I would just drop him.
Yeah, I think he's got to be an IR, but yeah, it benefits me because GRAM was the number one place
Yeah,
in the
you guys were
West
tied.
Division. We were tied at 6-4,
Yeah,
and he lost. We'll get to my game, and you'll find out who's the new top dog.
you want to do Atondo and Knicks next?
Yeah, let's jump into that one. So Chicken Wing, great win, beating a
Good
number
win.
one from
Yeah,
the bottom of the West, beating number one in the West. That's awesome.
yeah, that's good. And then that's also good for him because that's one less chicken wing you got to eat.
Exactly, yeah. So go ahead. You can kind of just go through your highlights of what you thought between their matchup.
So this matchup between Atondo and Nick, I think it was a key matchup for them because they were both sitting at 5-5, fighting for that next wild card spot.
Both
And
in the
so
West. Yep.
yeah, both in the West. So like this win kind of mattered because it now if Nick wins again this week and Atana loses, it's almost guaranteed he's not making a wild card spot.
Yeah. Hmm.
Just because you already have you already have you and Gabriel in the top two. So this was the battle of who will come in at that next wild card spot.
Yeah.
And you look at this matchup and you see Marcus Mariota, which I'm pretty sure he has two on bye week. So I mean, you pick up a backup quarterback, you get 20 points. I mean, you can't really get mad, you know?
No, 20
Yeah.
points from someone that's not in your everyday lineup. Like, I will take
That
it.
yeah, that's a good pickup.
Yeah, you can't
But
ask for any more than that.
you look across that, the top twos, Dak Prescott did better by only 5 points, but I mean it's still good. Then you go down to the running backs, right? And Austin Eckler, he hit 16, that's good. Jonathan Taylor hit 13. I mean,
It's
that's right where you
average.
expect.
Yeah, you
Yeah, it's right
can't.
where you expect.
Hmm.
The only one who really let him down on Atano's side is that Foreman running back because Atano has good receivers now, but it cost him. Well, I think he has. It's bad because he has Jeff Wilson on bye week, and Jeff Wilson is his running back one.
Yeah, the running back one. substitution really hurt him. He had Gibson and the flex do better than both. Well, than Foreman,
Ben, yeah, Foreman,
and then the wide receivers came up a little weak too. Not ideal
yeah,
matchups. Hopkins going against San Francisco,
which is a hard defense.
and then Gabe Davis is just so hit and miss. Honestly, 6.8 from Gabe Davis, I'm not mad
It's kind of
because
average. Yeah, I'm
because
feeling that.
yeah, he's sometimes going to give you 17, 18, whatever. But man, there's some games where it's like zero point 0.7 or 1.8, like, and he don't come through at all. So 6.8, you're not even that mad.
How did how did the Giants score 18 points but not kick any extra points?
Oh no, Graham Gano missed.
Oh, he missed. That's right, he missed, huh?
He missed. Yeah, he went 1 for 1, 1 for 1. Let me see.
Yeah. 'Cause how do you get
No,
0
wait.
points to kicker?
Uh, two missed extra points.
Oh yeah, one got blocked,
Okay.
one failed, and they went for 2 pass point on the other one.
On the two.
That's
Okay.
terrible.
Yeah, that's
So
tough.
one got that sucks. One got blocked, one missed, and then the other one they went for 2 points.
Yeah, that's insane. Like, especially since against Detroit, you're like, all right, maybe I'll hit like a 40-yarder because they get stopped before they hit the red zone. Or like, you don't ever expect zero from a kicker.
Not 0, especially when the team scored 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, when they score points, you're like, okay, but
Okay, where's the extra point at least?
that's kind of awkward, yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
So yeah, that was a big matchup. Um, but
I know Nick has to feel pretty good because Nick had a soft middle of his team because Adam Thielen 2.5, Hayden Hurst 2.8, you know?
yeah,
So, to come through with a win when you have multiple people underneath 10 points is good.
yeah, exactly. Like you look at it, he roughly got like 11 points from two wide receivers and a tight end,
Yeah,
and you still pull out a win. It wasn't pretty, but um,
no, but it's
it,
what needed to be done.
it's funny because it kind of it shuffles things up because whoever won went up, whoever lost went down.
Yeah.
But all that can get stumped next week, like this
Yeah,
upcoming
that's
week,
true.
because if now Tondo wins and Nick loses, now they're tied again. So it's
No, they're
like
tied
this
again.
week never happened. So
Yeah.
everything's so close. We're not
No
gonna
one
have we're not gonna have anything decisive until it's the last week of the league,
Oh, yeah, that's it.
which is
Week
insane.
4 it's all gonna come down to after 14 weeks, it's gonna come down to week 14.
Yeah, and that's awesome for the league.
That's crazy. And,
Yeah,
like, I kinda think it's a nice weekly matchup for Nick because he got to me, I think he got lucky having Tua on bye week and having Jeff Wilson on bye week.
yeah, that was one of those that did help. Even though Mariota still came in with almost 20, I just think you're more scared going into that matchup if it is Tua and if it
Yeah,
is Jeff Wilson.
correct. That's a
Yeah,
scare those 2 are scarier than Marcus Mariota and Dante Freeman, you know?
exactly. Yeah, you're like, oh, maybe I'm not. So, yeah, another one where the bye weeks do help, but that's what you got to plan for.
Yeah,
So, Atondo, he got Gibson, which was a good flex, but he just kind of ran out of that flex option because Keenan
yeah.
Allen, you don't put him in with confidence because of the injury and stuff like that. So
And then you
yeah,
gotta think from Atondo's standpoint, right? Before last week, he traded me George Kittle, right? So on his team now, he has 2 tight ends. He has Foster on his tight end, and he has Gerald taking up a tight end spot.
mm,
So if he doesn't make that trade, he only has Kittle in. I mean, you're not taking Kittle out, so you'd only have Kittle in, and he would have an extra spot on the bench to pick someone up.
yeah,
So that kind of plays a factor into it too.
yeah, because now he's playing tight end matchups. Like if you have a tight end lock, you're not wasting another bench spot for a tight end
Yeah,
unless one gets hurt, unless your active
correct.
tight end gets hurt. So that really helps you just free up a spot.
Yeah,
But now it kind of went into his flexes and dug into that. Kadarius Tony with zero, dude.
yeah.
That was
When it, when the
insane.
when the team scores 30,
Yeah, that's like, oh
but
man.
that's another one of those teams. Like you look at San Francisco, and you're like, damn, who's popping off this week? Because they have so many weapons. It's like Kansas City's the same way. Kadarius Tony, Valdez Scanley. Who else is there? freaking Juju Smith-Schuster.
Yeah.
You have Isaiah Pacheco, all that stuff.
All right, good matchup there. We'll keep posted with that because very interesting. I don't believe both of these teams are making the playoffs, so we'll see which one ends up making it
Yeah,
because
and
that's
we'll
going to be
we'll look
really
back.
interesting.
We'll look back to see if this game was the deciding factor.
Exactly, yeah, like head to head matchup, point differential, things
Yeah,
like that. So is Juju out at all for that hard hit? When did Juju get knocked out last week?
I think it was 2 weeks ago. He got knocked out.
Oh, was it 2 weeks ago?
I don't think it was against the Chargers. It was against the
Oh yeah, it wasn't.
It was against the who knocked him out? Cincinnati, I think, or something.
Well, all
Let
I
me see.
know he was knocked out, and I don't know if he got the green
No,
light to play, but I don't think he did. It
Jacksonville. Yeah, Jacksonville knocked him out.
was a Jacksonville game.
Yeah, it was number 5 or whatever. Let me see right now. Juju. Let me see. Juju Smith-Schuster. He was. I mean, today's what, the 23rd?
Yeah,
No,
20,
what's today? The 20.
25th.
Yeah, so on the 23rd, that he was barely getting back from his concussion.
Oh, okay, yeah. So he got knocked out.
Yeah, so he didn't play at all last week
Yeah,
because he didn't clear concussion
he didn't
protocol.
clear the protocol. Well, because he's prone to it, right? He's had it
Yeah,
happen multiple
yeah, because
times.
it happened to him twice because of what's his name off the Cincinnati. I forget
Burks
his
or
name.
something like that.
Yeah, so the guy who
Burf,
freaking knocks out
Burfset,
yeah,
Burfset, something like
the guy
that.
who knocked out Antonio Brown multiple times.
Yeah. Oh my god. But yeah, let's go ahead. Do you want to jump into your match, or let's jump into Yavin and Ant?
We could do mine.
Okay. Yeah.
Mine was kind of a blowout. I
Yes.
mean,
Yes, it was.
here's the thing. I understand where Buddha comes from because Kirk Cousins has been on a roll and he just took down the Bills. So you're like, oh man, the Bills is the team everyone's talking about.
That's a pretty
Now he's
tough
gonna,
defense. Yeah, he
yeah.
did well.
Now you got to go to Dallas. You're like, hey, I need a flex, or I don't know. I don't know what the thought process was about not playing Derek Carr because Derek Carr kind of been letting you down also. But
Yeah.
um, you're like, oh, he'll score some points. You know, Dallas's defense is good, but they're not crazy good. You got Justin Jefferson who's been doing 200 yards a damn week. You know,
Yeah.
dude, and then you get 2.2 points from a QB.
That just
That
drops
is
your morale and your
rough.
confidence and just all the way down, dude. That
Yeah,
is horrible. Not there was no offense for that team that game.
yeah, it was. I mean, I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, so that game was. I was like, that game was so bad for Minnesota. That was the primetime game, and they took it off the TV.
Well, cause yeah, it was what 30
They
to
switched. Yeah, they switched it. Yeah, it was like 37-3
yeah, not
at
competitive. That's
like the last 12 minutes or something like that. So they switched it to Cincinnati versus the Pittsburgh Steelers.
and just think though, Buddha has a lot riding on a good Minnesota game because she
Yeah, good
has
show
Justin
up.
Jefferson.
Yeah,
So Jefferson plus Cousins, the game was shit. So two people are out the window, and you
yeah,
got 5.5 points
yeah,
from the
and
wide receiver one and your quarterback. Like that's a hard hole to dig out of.
yeah. I mean, you look at the setup. My QB scored 34, and that takes place of the first three of Buddha's people. That equals
Four.
like Kirk Cousins. Oh yeah,
28,
16, 26,
30,
20. Yeah, that's the top
5
four.
to
Five actually. You can put the
Deontay
2.2 in also.
Johnson. Yeah, dude.
So he could
Wow.
single-handedly take off half that team.
Yeah.
The only reason that this looks so close is because the Commanders had an absolute monster game against um Houston.
And the only thing
28
I
points from a defense.
the only thing I think she was betting on too is maybe a bad performance from San Francisco. But you
Maybe,
were
yeah.
already winning, right? Going into that matchup.
Oh yeah. I was winning because the Dallas Cowboys defense got me 16 and Burrow got me 34. So that's 50 points just from those two people.
Montgomery 18.
Montgomery 18, George Kittle. Before even doing that, I was up because you got to think about it. I got 35. I got 45 points.
But you won by like 60.
Yeah, but I won by 60.
Yeah, so going into that matchup, you had already won. and it was
It
just
this is
icing
all
on the
just icing on
cake.
the cake. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So you didn't see too many buys hurting Buddha, but she's got to make moves because Henderson is no longer a Ram. Now he's in Jacksonville. Do you think
Yep.
he's gonna learn the system enough to get reps? Travis Etienne's looking great. I don't
Yeah.
think so. Melvin
Me neither.
Gordon's a free agent
He got
now.
dropped. Yeah, that
He's gotta
sucks.
go. So there's
Tyler
two spots
Higby.
free, and then look at that Joshua Palmer no play. That's
Yeah.
tough because
And Derek Carr.
he hadn't been showing up. Yeah, both of them. Those can change the outcome of this matchup. Maybe it makes it more competitive
Oh yeah, it's way closer. I'm
because
sweating Monday night.
yeah, exactly.
Because I
But
would have put him at what 128 or something like that with
something
50
like
points.
that, yeah. 50
I'm
point
sweating
jump.
Monday night.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I can understand Buddha also in not starting Josh Palmer because it's the first game that Keenan Allen, I think, and Mike Williams was questionable. Like it was like a game time
They
decision.
were both back though. So Mike Williams did come back. He
Oh
said
yeah.
he felt like he was 200%, all this stuff. Poor guy goes, makes an amazing catch on the sideline, gets a toe tap, and twists his ankle, re
Yep.
aggravates, is done for the
Yep.
game.
So it's like I could see not starting him because Joshua Palmer is technically the third string.
And dude, when he wasn't the third string last week, or the week before this,
Monster.
I don't. Well, there was a game where he didn't show up.
Let me see.
So let me
I can't
see.
remember if last game he did good or the week before that he did
No.
good.
So yeah, the week before he had
Oh
11,
yeah,
and
yeah.
last week he
That's
had
4.4.
4, and
Yeah,
then he had 25. So it's like you didn't have much confidence going into it.
that's true.
Then he's demoted to the third string or third wide receiver
You
in
think
the
yeah,
mix. So you can only think it's going downhill from there. So it was
yeah,
really interesting. I don't blame her for making that play. I did the same thing in another league. So
yeah.
it's what I would have done, you know?
Yeah, it just hurts.
It just hurts for sure. But now it looks like he's making his own. Now Mike Williams is gone again too, so you can maybe be a little more confident putting Joshua Palmer in now.
And you look at Derek Carr. I mean, you could say like what if, but you look at Derek Carr's performance, right? And if you take away that overtime long bomb to Devontae Adams, I mean, you're losing 10 points probably.
That's still better than 2.2.
Still better than 2.2, but
Yeah, that I think
it's an inflated number though.
it's just yeah, of course. The only thing is though is what this really did is told you how much of a real deal Dallas's defense is.
Yeah.
So yeah, it sucks because
Damn.
it had to be Buddha. But now I don't think
Dude,
I'm
you have
starting any quarterback against fucking Dallas.
yeah,
Like that's scary, bro, because Minnesota, other than that, is a pretty good team. And they
yeah,
just got destroyed. So
yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what kind of confidence I have in that at all. So
And then
that changes a lot of things up. If you have Dallas on your schedule with your quarterback, you got to really start rethinking that.
I go like to think what it, like I look at my team and I'm like, wow, only one person kind of let me down. Everyone else did really good. And I have like a what if like oh put in Jamal Williams like that's extra. I can do 157 like that's unheard of, right?
Exactly. Now you can play that where you're like Miles Sanders, he doesn't show up against bad matchups.
Yeah,
So
just throw in Jamal
you're
Williams.
like, you know what? I'm not confident. Jamal Williams, he gets more goal line work
Yeah,
as to where Sanders, he's mixed in with Gainwell a little bit more. So
yeah.
like, you don't have as much
And
confidence.
you have Jalen Hurts running the ball. Every time
Yeah,
a QB runs the ball, it hurts your
it
running backs.
hurts because that the deception of being able to do that in the red zone and oh here's a little read option and I'm gonna take it in. You're like
Yeah,
fuck man, that's literally right out of my pocket. So
yeah,
I think it's nice to keep Jamal Williams in there, dude. The way they're playing now, you know, it's good. It didn't cost you or anything. You still won big,
yeah,
but he might be a lock unless he's going against like the number one defense
yeah.
against a run. But yeah, that your
And then
bench looks good still.
I said that what if because I'm like, okay, if I really could have a 157 week, I don't think anyone's beating that, right? In my head. I'm thinking that. You want to go into your game now?
Yeah, let's segue into my game really quickly. Your boy put up 159.
59.8. What the?
159. And I
What?
was playing someone who was in contention. He was sitting at 5-5 in the East Division.
Yup.
Zach, reigning champ, and
Dude,
damn if my
that
team did
is
not
a
come through.
monster team.
And you just look at it, dude. It's scary. Yeah,
He had
Fields playing well.
four four people over 20 points.
4 people over 20 points. You got
A
24
24,
Fields.
a 25.
Henry's not going nowhere. That's 25. You even have Jacobs at 16, Ayuk at 14, Watson 17, Travis motherfucking Kelsey
At
at
30.
30, dude. Another 3
A
touchdown
30
performance,
bomb.
dude. Flex Kenyon Drake 5 points, not even sweating it.
And then a
Bills
kicker
4 and a
at
kicker
23 points?
23,
Are
dude.
you kidding me?
That's insane. Um, just huge matchups. And it's funny because some of these starts were a little bit hesitant. Josh
Yeah.
Jacobs going against Denver. Denver's the number one
That's a
against the
hard
run.
defense. Yeah.
Yeah. But they just feed him so much. It's only bound for him to break off.
Yeah.
So 16, I was happy. Derrick Henry had a great matchup. Green Bay hasn't been able to do much. So I
Yep.
like that one. And then Justin Fields, man, they don't win games, and I don't care because I'm not a Chicago Bears fan. But he puts up points, dude.
But the point, he single-handedly can carry your fantasy team.
He can carry me to the promised land.
Has he had 2 weeks where he has been over 50?
One was 47.
Yeah, he had like a 52 and a 47,
A
right? Let's see.
41 points, a
51
51.72,
and a 46.
46. And then if you look back, he hasn't had a fantasy matchup under 15 points since week 4.
3. Oh yeah, week 4 is 10 points. Yeah.
Yeah, under 15.
So like that's nuts.
And
It's like
that's
20, 25, 30, 51, 46, 24. It's like, damn.
yeah, he's just coming out. But look at the rushing yards.
The
From the
rushing there
start,
were
47, 88, 82, 60, 178,
yeah,
147, and then 85. Like, he just gives you a whole nother dynamic.
yeah.
It's insane.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But
And like you look at the odds because you go over them and it's like they talk about boom or bust.
yeah, exactly.
Out of 11 weeks, he's boomed 6 weeks. Like that's good.
Yeah. And boomed, and they don't give him soft like
No,
projections either, you
they
know?
don't lowball him.
Yeah, they don't lowball him at all. But yeah, just a big week for me. And I think on Zach's side, it hurt. Mike Williams got hurt, got
Yeah.
1.5 points.
Joe Mixon also
Bengals,
got knocked out that game.
Joe Mixon got knocked out that game, only 6.2. And Bengals defense didn't come through with anything going against Pittsburgh. You didn't think Pittsburgh had enough to put up 30 on the Bengals?
No,
Considering they just.
definitely not.
Who did the Bengals just kill with Mixon scoring 51? What matchup was
Who
that?
was it? I don't. Let me see. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah,
It
I'm like,
was the Carolina.
Carolina. Okay, so and I feel like Pittsburgh and Carolina are in that same tier where they're just not getting stuff
Yeah, but the
going.
the first time Carolina played Pittsburgh, Joe Mixon had 15.
Oh, okay.
So like, I mean, I mean, the last time I don't even think they scored a whole lot. Pittsburgh didn't. So you don't expect a 30 bomb.
Yeah, so that was some bad points. Yeah, so just injuries. So Zach's got to address that going into this next week because he needs safety nets in case someone else gets hurt.
And he needs to pull off because now he's sitting at that fourth spot in our division.
Yeah, you gotta just try and win out. And I
Yeah.
still think it might come down to points, even if you win
Yeah,
out.
easily.
So that's tough. But yeah, other than that, good matchups for me going into next
Monster
week.
week.
I took the number one spot
159
in the
was
West.
crazy.
I own the number one spot in the West all to myself.
Let me see.
Loving it.
Let me see if that's the biggest total we've had so far.
No, G Ram had 165.
No way.
It was like week
Are we?
3, bro.
Oh, I gotta see this. Opposing team. G Ram. Oh, let me just schedule.
Yeah, go to his schedule. I
Let's
think it
see.
was like week 4 or something like that.
Nick had a 147. G Ram had a 149. Uh, Yavin had a 152. Damn, 165.26.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, you have the second highest point total right now.
Yeah. But I think
But
he got
man,
that too. He got that early where there was no buys yet.
let me see what that matchup was. And freaking Zach had a 159 that week too.
Damn.
Damn, no, he's had good matchups. Yeah, no buys. And he had like Josh Allen doing the 40 bomb, Raheem Mostert 18, Travis Etienne 11, Cooper Cup 21, Devontae Adams 28, Mark Andrews 14,
Shit.
Waddle 2, 49ers defense 15, and Tucker
Waddle
10.
2?
Yeah.
And he
So
still
you're telling
scored
me,
165?
yeah, it's because he had Josh
Damn.
Allen almost scored 50 points just himself.
Oh, yeah.
Then he had 50 points from the freaking receivers put together.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's 100 points just those three
Yeah.
people.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, we got one more matchup to go over. We left it for the last just because it was decided by decimal points.
Yeah. By 0.54.
0.54. We had number one place Yavin
In
in the
my division.
East. Yep. Going against Anthony.
Third place.
Third place
Also in my
now,
division.
right?
Yeah.
Was he third place going into this match? Or
No, it was
it
a
was like a
three-way tie
three-way tie. Okay, yeah.
between me, Anthony, and Zach.
Okay, so Ant just came through.
Dude,
He it wasn't a great performance by either of them because it was only 87 points,
yeah.
but he had 0.64 and Yavin had 0.1.
And I think the biggest part about Yavin is Yavin had two of the biggest duds this week on the same team.
Yeah.
Like you don't think Saquon's only getting 3 points? And Damian Pierce has been going off. You don't think he's getting 1.7?
Dude, you don't think starting running backs will ever do that to you?
No, that's terrible.
Ever.
That's
Unless
horrible.
injury didn't finish the game, something happened, maybe fumbles because it's negative points or but
Something.
dude, you had two running backs, your number 1 and 2 spot combined for 5.2
5 points.
points.
That's
That you're
nuts.
not going to dig out from that.
No.
And the fact that he only like that happened and he only lost by 0.54 is
It's
insane.
crazy. Yeah.
You go on to Anthony's side and he made a substitution because of Geno Smith being on bye, and he
Yeah.
went with the matchup playing Daniel
Solid.
Jones against
Yeah, that's a
Detroit,
solid pickup.
and that won him the matchup. He had 26.64, and then you look at all his other players, single digits.
Yeah.
Patriots defense 17. That's it. No one went
Yeah.
off. No one had an amazing game. No one had 2 touchdowns. Nothing like that.
It's funny because like both their benches like scored really good.
Yeah, both of the benches scored really good, so there were some matchups where he could have played it and had a better win. But
Yeah.
what's funny to me is okay, the game's only decided by 5 point or 0.54,
Yeah.
and they both had quarterbacks at 26.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh?
26.64 and 26.2. And
It
then
literally came down to that quarterback play.
exactly, quarterback play, and then you had shitty position players on both sides.
Yep.
Patriots defense played better, but then the kicker was better for Yavin, so that
Yeah.
kind of washed. But man, good quarterbacks and then shitty team, and Anthony won by 0.54.
Yeah, because the separation between the two quarterbacks was 0.44.
0.44 exactly. So
So it basically came down to quarterback play.
yeah, exactly. You
And you
know,
don't think, and you usually 9 out of 10 times you don't think Daniel Jones is beating Jalen Hurts at points.
he's not keeping up or beating. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you just think he's feeding Saquon, and you had Saquon on the other side, and nope, didn't work out that way. So
Nope.
that was an interesting one. It was a nail biter. We
For
watched
sure.
it.
I think even in the group chat I said like me watching Yavin and Anthony's game. I was like,
Exactly no,
no, no,
yeah.
no, 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 no.
I think I put the guy with the sweating
Yeah,
emojis,
because it was
because
crazy.
dude, You always want your number ones to lose if you're not the number one, of course,
Correct.
because it keeps everything tighter, you know? So
Yeah.
now,
And I mean this league now is so tight, it's crazy.
yeah, look at Ant at 6-5, but in third place, and you have Yavin in first place,
7 and
but
4.
only 7-4. So
He's only back one game.
one game. So it's very competitive. We got a couple weeks left, so we're just gonna have to keep on it and see if any type of extension is made by Yavin. Like, can he
Yeah.
spread the gap, or is it gonna be something where it's just competitive for all positions?
Yeah.
You know, because is Yavin gonna drop into a wild card spot? Is he gonna win the division? Is he not? Like,
Yeah. You
very
don't know.
interesting.
I think neither side is safe.
No, you're not playing. You got to look at every matchup. You got to play confidently. You can't let a week go by
Nope. You can't
because
fumble a week.
it's going to change your position. You might still make the playoffs, but you
Yeah.
might not be the number one with the bye. You might now
Correct.
be the number 5 or something like that. So,
Yeah.
very interesting. Good matchup. But that is it for the weekly
Week
recap.
11.
Weekly recap for week 11. It's just getting saucy. It's getting real spicy in here.
Yeah, it is.
And we're going to see who wins. Drum roll, please. Can we reveal
Oh, the
the
trophy?
trophy?
Sheesh. Made by
Woo!
our own chicken wing
Made by our sponsor, 3T Prints,
on Instagram.
on
Looks
Instagram.
nice,
Give it a
man.
follow. Look at that
Dude,
quality.
and
Oh
the
my
crazy part
gosh.
is it's heavy.
It's got some weight?
It's sturdy. It's nice.
Nice.
And it feels like, you can put this up on a nice little shelf. It's gonna look
Yep.
good.
Oh,
I think
you
like
what you mean nice little shelf?
yeah, it'll look good right here on the podcast, huh?
Oh no, see, it's not meant to be there. It just doesn't fit, you know.
Wow. Wow, bro.
Um, but yeah, that is what we're fighting for. It came out great,
This and I don't know,
dude.
can we talk about the prize money?
Yeah, let's talk about it. What do you mean?
You win
Yeah,
this, I'm gonna get a little plaque made with your thing. You know, Travis was talking about what if I make like a plaque with like everyone's records? That'd be kind of cool on the backside or something like that,
yeah.
you know?
No, I would think so. That'd be cool, just because you could see, like, dude, remember when I beat your ass in week 12? You
Yeah,
know, like, you can go to that, and that'd be pretty cool,
yeah.
just to
And it'd
see
be cool to have
the journey of the actual
yeah. Like if whoever wins it, it could be like their whole
their
week 14
schedule
weeks of playoff.
and their playoff. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I won, but let's
But I
see
mean,
how I won, you
this
know?
came out good.
Dude, that came out really good. It's
And
funny
yeah,
because, like, I understand 3D printing and stuff like that, but he's like, yeah, I'm gonna make a little Lombardi. And dude, when I saw the pictures, I was like, oh my god, this shit
yeah,
looks crazy.
he did a good
Yeah,
job.
yeah, it was really good. So that is really interesting. Now we're fighting for something physical. There is
Yeah.
cash prize money involved as well.
Cash money.
But now you got something that you're like, oh yeah, you see that right there? That's my championship trophy from fantasy football.
Get a yeah, get a little
Like
trophy case.
like Michael Scott, bro, with his Dundies. I'm gonna put
Yeah,
it
it's
out in the. I'm
Dundee.
gonna put it in the living room, bro.
It's
Like,
cool to
let's
have though.
just accent the room right here. But
Yeah, and then like at the next draft we could have it there.
exactly, yeah. If anyone wants to see it, no touching, please. Just you can look at it. I'll put it in a glass case. We'll
That's
put it.
hilarious.
We'll put it in a glass case. But
Yeah,
yeah. Now that's what we're fighting for. Very interesting. I'm glad we had Travis do that. Looks awesome.
yeah, it looks good. It looks really
It
good.
looks really really good. So now let's look into the recent activity. It's gonna be something we're going over pretty quickly. Uh, the weekly activity was not much because a lot of people were just comfortable, and we didn't have to deal with bye weeks this
Yeah, not
week.
that many.
There's none. There's
Oh
0
no, it was just for week 12.
for week 12
Yeah,
now. Yeah. So
correct.
usually people are trying to make up for buys, and oh shit, like there was none of that. So this is just people working off of waivers or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yo, DRAM, brother, I appreciate it.
Dude,
42 months. That's
I'm 6 months
insane.
away from
Jeez.
4 years.
Insane, bro. I appreciate it. Supporting the. the channel. Hey guys, another announcement. Sorry, TikTok. We have it. It's
Yep.
live. We posted something on it.
The first video, over 1,500
Over
views.
1,500 views. We're happy about it. We're gonna just bring more content. I don't know if we should be posting more often, less often, but we're gonna just keep posting to it. Any highlights we have from here, anything that interests us, but appreciate it. It's gonna be in the description for like the YouTube videos and anything we post, so you can just follow the link and give us a follow. We truly appreciate it. It's usually little highlights from this,
Yeah.
but yeah, we appreciate it. I think we have a good amount of people that followed already, and then just a lot of random people, so that's
Yeah,
pretty
'cause I think we have
cool.
like 40 likes on there, I think,
Yeah,
already.
like 40 likes, and then it's
That's good.
there's only like maybe a handful from us, like,
Yeah. Like
and
15,
then
maybe.
yeah, maybe, and then the rest is randoms and some follows too. There's some follows
Yeah.
on there too, so very interesting. We're just trying to grow it, and that's a way to do it. So let's jump into recent activity. Not
Yeah.
much. Just a lot of moves. Zach picked up a kicker, dropped a kicker. You have Zach picking up a defense, dropping a defense. Bengals to Colts. You have Buddha. I guess didn't like Kirk Cousins anymore, so dropped Kirk for a Chiefs defense.
Oh,
Rondell Moore was picked up,
interesting drop.
and a
Picked up, yes.
Melvin Gordon drop. Melvin Gordon did get put on waivers,
Yep.
so
He got
he don't have a
waived.
team. Yeah, he don't have a team, so that's a good one.
Yeah,
I
hey,
was
how do you feel about Melvin Gordon and what he did on Twitter?
I didn't see. Sorry,
He
fill
got
me
he
in.
got waived. He got waived, and he was like, finally, with the hands up, like he's free. But now no team picked him up.
That fool fumbles too much.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro, there's too many people that don't fumble or give the ball away as much as you do. So, no, dude, stop acting. No.
I don't know. I was like, really, bro? They're not
I,
even that good.
I understand some of them, like Daryl Henderson. Did you see him
Yeah.
too? He was like
Yeah.
mad. They kind of did him dirty because he went down with the knee injury and then they waived him.
Yeah, that's kind of
I
dirty.
was like, damn, that sucks, bro.
Yeah.
Um, and now Cam Akers got picked up. Marcus Mariota was dropped. Cam Akers picked up, which is good. He's getting reps, but the backup's getting reps too.
Is Let's see. Here's a hot take. Is Yivin the tight end curse right now?
Meaning,
He had Zach Ertz, I'm pretty sure.
oh,
And Zach
he's
Ertz,
hurting everyone, huh?
yeah, he went down with season-ending injury.
Oh
You
my
know, picks
god.
up Kyle Pitts, goes down with the season, not season-ending, but Feds football season-ending tight end injury. Now he has Juwan Johnson. So hey, week 3, let's see if Juwan Johnson gets hurt. Because if it's him, it's Yivin.
Yeah, if he gets hurt, bro, you even can't run a tight end anymore. He's
Yeah,
he's he's
he's just
ruining
hurt.
people's lives. Poor guy's just trying to play. He's ruining his life over here
Hey,
for some fantasy
oh,
points.
there's a new movie on Amazon Prime called Fantasy
I was seeing the
Football.
preview for it.
And I don't really watch it, but I think the concept is like her playing Madden controls the people in real life.
Yeah,
And I'm like, dude, this is Yivin with the tight ends, man. And like, Yivin picks you injure yourself.
exactly. Oh, you even picked me. Must go blow out my knee now.
Hey,
Gosh, dude.
goodbye ankle.
Right? Season ending. Kadarius Tony dropped. I think he has a hamstring injury, so that makes
Yeah,
sense.
lingering one.
And look at fucking Tondo, man. He is hoping Odell Beckham can plug in
Yeah,
somewhere and just go off, and that be like the steal of the week.
that and all his freaking pickups were like hopeful pickups.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like you hope Cam Akers is gonna do great now. You hope Odell Beckham gets picked up by a good team. Like it's like he hopes they're league winning plays.
Yeah, he has to. But I think that's the position he's in right now because
Bro.
with everyone he's playing
He's
right
hoping to make the
now,
league winning
he's
play.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's one of those. If Odell does get picked up by a really good team, maybe he can be a wide receiver that gives you 15, 20, has a breakout game, but he's still returning from injury.
Yeah, that's true.
So you sometimes just don't look the same, things like that. It's a big what if, but he's just essentially playing with the bench spot, so it's no harm, no foul, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, not a lot of mix ups. You can see people just dropping, making replacements, some injury replacements, things like that. So pretty interesting. Uh, that some people have to kind of turn their whole team around. A defense you might have had the whole year failed you. You're trying to win week by week now, so you have to make moves that you might have just kept them till next week and see how they do, or ride them through a bad matchup. But that can't be done anymore for some of these teams. You gotta
Yep.
win every week. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Especially when we talk about week 12, all these games matter.
of course, yeah. You're gonna flip positions just like you did last week. You're gonna flip
Yep.
positions this week. If
Yep.
you win, if you lose. I don't think anyone's comfortable. If anyone
No,
wins or loses, like
it
don't the
matters.
it matters. Yeah, if you lose, you're most likely getting a position shift.
Yep.
So very interesting. Now that leads us going into key matchups for week 12 of
Mm-hmm.
fantasy football. So a lot of games already
Already
started
played. Yeah,
because
that's what you get for the Thanksgiving.
this is our Black Friday special podcast, and Thanksgiving had 3 games running: a 10:30, a 2:30, and a 6:30 or something like that. So
Yeah.
football all day. Everyone has some type of points on the board in their matchups. I'll save mine for last since it's pretty close.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's do you want we could do Buddha against the Ivan. Last place on your last piece in my division against first place in my division.
Okay, yeah, let's do that one.
So we got
I'm walking. I'm
uh
going through an ad real quick.
dude, me too, bro. That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
come on, man. What are they trying
Come
to
on,
sell
man.
me? It's Stefan Diggs. I think he's trying to sell me a car insurance, Snickers.
See,
Oh, okay.
mine's the guy who is
Painted
wearing
face.
the painted face.
Oh, okay, yeah, I get that one a lot too. The Bengals fan. Okay, so let's look at this.
We have
Projections are a little skewed now because they've already had games played. So we don't know
yep,
what the initial projection was, but we had 2 running backs going head to head that scored identical.
identical. Isn't that crazy? And the thing is
11.2,
like
11.2.
you don't hold Stevenson to the same level you hold Saquon Barkley. So him matching him is good for you.
That's a benefit for Buddha because
Yeah, that is that.
Stevenson should not be matching Saquon when you look at it on paper, you know?
Yeah,
Uh
and then uh, you also had Justin Jefferson. It really shows that how good Dallas's defense was. That you have New England, who's like a beast defense.
yeah.
Like they're known for their defense, and he scores 21 points on them.
21. He has 139 on 9 receptions and a TD. So
Yeah,
that
and Dallas
just
Dallas held him to 3.3 points, 33 yards. That's all he had.
like they're both good defenses, but you can see that's where Dallas is elite
Yeah,
because they were able to shut down a number one. You had nothing from Jeff. You had low points from Jefferson. You had low points from the quarterback as well.
yeah,
And I think that's a good output from just Justin Jefferson. Whenever you can
yeah.
get 20, he's a wide receiver one. So it's not like it's almost expected, but
You
you kind of
you
bank on it. You
yeah
you bank on it.
you kind of put your chickens in that or the eggs like in that basket, you know.
Exactly, yeah. So you had CD Lamb, wide receiver one on that side.
Yeah,
12.7, not horrible. Um,
but it's good for a receiver who doesn't have a TD to have 12 points.
exactly, yeah. Still good volume, still good yardage. And Giants is a more difficult matchup than maybe what they've
Yeah.
had in the past. But
Mhm.
yeah, we're sitting at 32 for Buddha, 23 for Yavin. If Yavin wins, he stays, of course, in his first place spot. If Buddha loses and Travis wins,
They're tied,
they're tied, but I don't know if Travis is going to win. We're
but the
playing,
points are close.
the points are
Oh
close,
yeah,
but he's playing
but you're
me,
playing him.
so hopefully I can erupt, but we'll see. So that one has really good implications because that affects our biggest loser of the league.
Yeah, that
Um,
and then you even though like the point totals look skewed a little bit, Rondell Moore has a question mark on his name. If he becomes medically cleared, I think Buddha has a better chance to win it
Yeah,
because that Cardinals offense is kind of beginning stale, and they need that secondary slot guy.
yeah, they do need it for sure. We can see that the Chargers haven't played the best defense. It was
Yeah,
30-27 against Kansas City, so hopefully you get like an offensive shootout.
yeah,
But yeah, even in projections right now, it's 101 for Yavin,
to
97 for
97.
Buddha. So really good. And then honestly, Eagles. Eagles right now, they're not as a lock as they were a couple weeks ago. They've been having tough matchups. They've been having difficult games. So do you think the Eagles are going to be able to shut down Green Bay because now Aaron Rodgers is heating up with Christian Watson.
Yeah,
So and yeah, even he's got Hurts and he's got the defense. So he banks on it twice.
yeah.
So if that is a competitive game, you know, maybe it swings his way because Jalen Hurts is going to score a lot, but then that's going to hurt because Green Bay's actually putting a lot on the board too.
Yeah,
So very interesting. Um, very close matchups. No one's safe. Yvan's got to win. Even if you
because
like,
I'm right on him.
you're right on him exactly.
I think I'm right on him, and I have more points than him.
So you're gonna get the tiebreaker.
Yeah. So if it comes down to it, I have the point total. I'm pretty sure. We can go to over standings right at the end to look at everyone's point totals,
Yeah, we'll
but
do
I'm pretty
that.
sure I'm close to it.
Yeah, we'll do that. Let's go ahead, jump into GRAM and Otondo. This
Which
one,
is fourth place in your side against second place
yes,
or third place?
GRAM
No,
second
second.
place,
Yeah, second against fourth. I think.
second against fourth, but it's still 6-5 versus a 5-6.
Yeah.
Otondo, of course, needs this win more, just
Hmm.
because if you go down 5-7, you could be making a gap for yourself.
Yeah.
And not a lot of action, just a Josh Allen. So that's a good player for GRAM, and he showed up 33. You haven't
Yeah.
had that from Josh Allen in a couple
A couple
games,
weeks.
so it's
Yeah.
good that he did get 30 plus for you. And then just a kicker on the Giant side or the Dallas side, sorry,
He just
for
picked up this
Tondo.
week. Kind of let him down.
Yeah, and he kind of let him down. He missed one and then had some extra points, but
I
it's
think.
it's
Ooh,
still not the biggest.
smart. Oh, he has freaking Jamar Chase is playing, huh? He's questionable. That's
I
iffy.
and that one, dude, that's
But
man.
at least he'll know by 11, so he can switch in Keenan Allen.
Yeah,
It won't be completely
like he
losing.
has it in there now, but if anything changes, he has options.
Yeah, he does have an option to put in
He
there.
does have an option, so that's interesting. It's a big name, so I don't know if you're comfortable just throwing him back in there, or you want to ease him back in there, or what. But if he even
Then
if he doesn't play this week or plays a little bit, um, just having him for the next 3 weeks of fantasy, that's beneficial.
I'm pretty sure this is next week is the last week available for trades. I
In
think we have 5 days left for trades.
in the league, right? Yeah, I believe it
Yeah,
ends before the start of
the 30th.
December.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you lose this week, I mean, I think you have what Monday. Put a trade out there if you're trying to do something, and then that's that. I mean, if there is a sketchy trade out there, I will veto it. So
Well, yeah, you better, dude. They fucking
I vetoed my own.
yeah, you vetoed your own, and everyone's got to be in consensus in this league for
Yeah.
for trades to go down. Jeez, man, that's why I don't even trade anybody. You guys just wouldn't
Yeah.
let it happen.
I think this is gonna be a good matchup.
Yeah, good matchup, good one to keep an eye on.
A lot of big names in this one: Josh Allen, Tua Tagovailoa, Austin Eckler, Devontae Adams, D Hop, Jamar Chase,
Mark Andrews,
Mark Andrews,
Waddle.
Jalen Waddle, Wilson. Like there's a lot of good. There's a lot of people who are swing people like that could go off.
Yeah, I feel like this matchup could easily be like 115 plus on both
Yeah, like
sides.
like someone on this in this matchup is getting 30 points.
Yeah.
A skill player, either Devontae, either Jamar Chase, Austin Eckler could pop off against Arizona.
Yep.
Wilson can go off against Houston. Like someone's popping off this week,
Yeah. It's just how many pop off to each other, like,
and who pops off? Yeah, who pops off
comparable.
on one side?
Exactly. But yeah,
My thing
another
is like
very
Atano.
comparable match.
Atano needs a win this week.
Yeah.
I don't think you can fall back 5-7.
Yeah, 5-7's gonna be tough. Just because also we did go over the rules of the wild card spots inside of our
Yeah.
league, and it's not
Yep.
one from the left, one from the right, because they are
Yep.
wild card spots. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be just the next two
The next
best
two best
teams
people.
after the
Yeah.
4 spots total.
Are filled.
So yeah,
Mhm.
very interesting. You don't just look at your side of the bracket, look at your record and look at your points. That's it. That's all that
You're
matters.
only safe in the first two spots.
Exactly. So next one, let's jump into Zach.
Yep, Zach and
Zach
Anthony.
and Anthony. So 5-6 versus 6-5 again. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
and it's
something we keep
third.
saying.
I'm pretty sure it's third on my side against fourth on my side.
Yeah. So no action from Zach. Very interesting. He didn't have anyone playing in any of the Thursday night games, which that was 6 teams playing. So pretty
Wow, man,
crazy.
his freaking team, his starting team and bench have so many question marks. That's
Oh my
worrisome.
gosh, yeah.
He
Poor
has one,
Zach.
two, three, four, five, six, 7 people with question marks,
He's got
and one with the IR.
so and he's already played. Well, look at Damian
Yeah,
Harris. The only guy on his bench that doesn't have a question mark already played.
already played. Isn't that nuts?
So his bench is dead. Almost.
Basically, you're
That's
scared.
tough. Wow. So he's got to really watch the matchups before game time.
Yeah.
Because he might get handcuffed and not be able to pick up anybody.
Mm-hmm. Because
But
I
yeah.
mean, see, you have the backup running back to Tampa Bay, so he can't do that.
Yep.
I don't even know who Mike Boone. I think's the backup for Denver.
For
Who
Denver
knows about
now,
that?
yeah, it's Boone.
And I don't think P Ryan. I don't think he could probably pick him up.
Yeah, P Ryan if he's available, but I don't know if we're that deep in our league or not. But
Yeah,
four
especially since P
players.
Ryan did 30 points last week.
Yeah, 4 players went for Anthony already, and the projections are only 0.6 uh apart.
Different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
1.2 102.5 on Zach's side to a 101.9 on Anthony's side. And he had some positions that didn't show up. Delvin Cook, you expect more than
Yeah.
5.6. He had no touchdowns and
He had 2
less.
booms, 2 busts.
Yeah, really bad. And then that Patriots defense, Minnesota decided to play, and he only got 1 point.
1 point.
Schultz helped. The head-to-head comparison is still there, but it's
Yeah.
funny because even with all these players played and all that, I have more confidence in Anthony's side, just because
Yeah.
I can only imagine Joe Mixon being on a snap count or like some type of like
Yeah, because he got hurt.
some
He
type
he might
of
he might be limited.
yeah.
Latavius Murray might be limited. Fournette might be limited
Fournette,
because
I'm looking into that, and they're already saying that the week before, anyways, Rashad White had the start, and they just
yeah,
factored Fournette in a little bit more. But now he has the hip pointer, and he's not
yep,
practicing to rest. And do you give him a snap count, and just let the
yeah,
starter play by himself? Because you had already had him in the starter role anyway, so
yep,
that could be an O, and they just give him rest, make him sit.
yep.
So that one is a high possibility of you needing to be able to find a replacement.
Okay, here's a hot take.
Let's hear it.
All right, Zach was doing great. Jessica comes into the chat and was like,
Oh
is my
my
man winning?"
gosh.
2-game loss streak after that. Wow. I mean, you hate to see it.
You hate to see it. You hate to see it. But
I'm just saying. That was bad fantasy luck right there.
she had his prize money spent out already.
Is he taking me to Disneyland?
And
Wow.
we answered that question.
No.
I said, hell no.
Hell
But
no. And look what happened.
yeah, and look what happens. I'm not wrong. But very interesting. 6-5 versus a 5-6. Everyone's nail biting all these games come Sunday.
And Zach
So
needs this one. Just like
Zach
Atano
needs
needed
it.
last week. The last matchup, Tano needs, Zach needs this week.
Exactly. Let's go ahead. DRAM, jump into yours. I will be right back.
Okay, my matchup, we have I think it's I'm number 2 in my league, and I think Nick is let me see real quick. League standings. And Nick is number 3 in his league. Um, Coming to this week, I thought basically how Minnesota, how Dallas played against Minnesota last week. I thought, man, they did pretty good. And Dallas only got me 3 points. That's upsetting, especially because the Giants scored like a gimme touchdown like in the last 12 seconds, or else I would have been like at 6 points. I'm pretty sure. So that sucks. Stephon Diggs a little bit under projection, still good. Matchup wise, I think he has a very good matchup week. Kyler Murray at the Chargers, he's going to pop off. Joe Burrow at Tennessee. Tennessee's a hard defense. I don't think he's going to pop off. McCaffrey at the Saints, I think will go good. Isaiah Pacheco at the Rams. I think the Rams have a better run. No. Aaron Donald might slow up Isaiah. Miles Sanders, I think Green Bay's been playing a good defensive front. Tyreek Hill, he's going to pop off because Tyreek Hill's a monster. Drake London, he's been playing good against Washington, but Washington's been having a good defense. Debo Samuel with a question mark, but against the Saints. Hayden Hurst is a good matchup. George Kittle. The only part I'm worried about, I think Kenneth Jones is a lock-in on that one, but Aaron Jones has a question mark. And I could either throw in David Montgomery if it comes down to it, or DK Metcalf, but I don't think either one are as strong as Kenneth Walker. His kicker had a good 9 points. I think I think it's going to be a tough matchup. I think he's projected a 0.4 higher than me, but it's going to be a nail biter for this one. And he wants to win so he can move up in his ladder, and I want to win so then I can stay ahead. If not, I'm falling down to the 3rd position. I think no matter what, I'll get a wild card spot though because I have so many points scored. I have a 12-15, and the only person higher than me is Zapata at 12-58,
Thank
and
you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
GRAM at 12-47. So
1247. Yeah.
any of the wild card spots, if it comes out to a wild card, I'm gonna get the wild card. I'm pretty sure just because everyone else is in the thousands, then I'm in the 1200s.
Yeah. No, I was looking over that too, but yeah, with this matchup right here, both you guys are sitting at 6-5. So this is really gonna benefit the winner, and then it's funny because the loser just gets thrown back into the melting pot with
Yeah,
everybody
whoever
else who wins or loses next week.
whoever loses is like, damn, you're back into the freaking group with everyone else.
Exactly, yeah. So it's a little more nerve wracking if you lose this week. Whoever loses
Yeah.
this matchup is going to be more nerve wracking as to where the other person. It's not necessarily a cushion, but it is something that you're a little more comfortable with for the
And
next three
honestly,
weeks.
I think the games are going to be so close that it's just going to come down to Jonathan Taylor on Monday night.
Dude, I hate Monday nights too.
Yeah, because
eh.
he's a solid performer, and I think it's going to be so close. It's literally going to come down to that.
And is that the only? You don't have any Monday night on your side, huh?
Nope, I have 2 Sunday evenings, but no Monday nights. So if it's within 25, I'm on a nail biter.
For sure, because it's
Yeah,
Pittsburgh. You just saw that they played against a team not so great, and it was 33-30.
yeah, and they
Since
played Cincinnati,
Cincy,
and
so
Cincinnati's backup running back had 34 points because of pass catching.
exactly. So that's a possibility. But yeah, we'll nail bite that one on Monday because someone's going up, getting a little more cushy in the league, and someone else is
Yeah,
just like I said, just getting tossed down into the pit, trying to
yeah.
claw
Because
out.
if I make it to 7-5 with my point total, I don't think I'm worried for the playoffs. I think I'm making it no matter what.
Yeah. And look, the final projections right now for the matchup 103.4, 102.8. So
Point
less than
four.
a point. Less than a
Yeah,
point. It's crazy.
less than half a point.
Yeah, that's insane. So let's go ahead. and look at my matchup, it's the closest one as of right now. We did have some people play on these Thursday night chicken wing games.
It's kind of funny because when you look at it, all you guys had almost the same point total.
Yeah, just different positions,
Yeah,
which I
and I
think
think
the positions favor me.
yeah, you have a better favored position
Yeah.
output.
And you can see that in the projections. These projections started off pretty high to begin with. I'm going against Travis. Travis's team was in the 80s. I was in the higher tier ones, like 103 to I think
Yeah,
85. But we both had three people playing on each side, but he had running back 1 and 2 and the tight end spot and
yeah,
got 24.2 points,
yeah.
and I got 24.4 points, and I got 24.2 points, but I only had wide receiver
One skill
1,
player.
defense, and kicker.
Yeah,
So I think that's a little more beneficial because my Derrick Henry Josh Jacobs combo, I'm hoping to be in the 40s between the two. Um, and he's already just at 14 points between his two.
yeah,
So I think that's where they're going to see the gap. And you can see the projections still show it too, 107 to 80. So they
yeah.
have me winning big. Luckily, right now, I have no question marks on my side. Neither does he.
That's nice. Yeah,
So not really hurt by any type of thing. Not too many bad matchups either. I'm not playing anything I'm like super unconfident in.
yeah,
Derrick Henry's been pretty foolproof, and you saw what Najee did to Cincy's defense.
yep.
You can see
The
Brandon
only game
Ayuk
this whole season
year.
that Najee popped off on.
Exactly. So I'm pretty sure Derek can reciprocate that. But yeah, hopefully no one gets injured because I don't want to have to deal with that. But it looks like if everyone plays decent, I have a better option.
Yeah, you definitely have the better matchups because I think Amari Cooper against Tampa Bay, that's a harder matchup, and I
Yeah,
think Tyler Boyd at Tennessee is a harder matchup.
exactly. Yeah. So those matchups benefit towards me. So I just think my guys are going to have smoother days. But you never count anything out. I am in
Nope.
in first place on my side, so same thing. I lose, I get thrown in the mix. Depending on if G Ram wins, I lose the first
And Nick,
place. Yeah, and Nick. So everyone's kind of fighting for those spots. But I am the number one in point total, so I'm not as worried. But there's still 3 weeks. I'll be less worried if
yeah.
there was only 2 weeks or one
That,
week.
but G-Ram's
So
only behind you 11 points.
yeah, but first three spots make the playoff. Well, first two
Yeah,
spots. So, I think there's another gap after me.
correct.
So,
Yeah, oh yeah. So like I think you and G-Ram are pretty set with points,
hmm
just like me and Yivin kind of are. But it's still that positioning, that first week bye, like you made it past round one of playoffs.
yeah, exactly. So, yeah, that's key matchups for week 12 of fantasy football. It's getting spicy. It's getting heated. I feel like last year, I wish we could look. I don't know if we could. But like last year, week 12, I felt like there were so many people already out of it.
Let me see. I'm pretty sure I can look it up.
Can you? Yeah, take a look to
Team
see if you can look that up
team
because
manager
I do
tools.
not remember being so involved
Let's see.
in the
League.
league this late.
Is there a league history? I'm trying to see if I can look back to previous years. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 2021 season. Regular season. So last year on the east side, I mean it was still close on my division. It
Mm-hmm.
was close, but your division was wow. You might not want to talk about this on the pod, Rob, because
Oh, it's horrible.
You were tied for last place last year with 3-10.
Hey, this is a redeem year, okay?
Yeah, it is.
I'm totally
Because
invested.
on my side, don't worry, I was last place on my side, so that's
Oof.
terrible. But on my division, it was 10-3 Yivin, 9-4 Zach, 8-5 Ant, 7-6 Buddha, 5-8 me.
See,
That's
everyone had
pretty
a
good start.
gap. Everyone had a
Yeah.
gap. Like there's no one stacked on top of each other.
But on your side, it was Travis Chicken Wing at 9-4,
Oh my
a
gosh.
Tondo at 7-6, and then it was a huge drop off. It
Yeah.
was it was G Ram at 4-9, Nick at 3-10, and you at 3-10.
God, man. It's funny because Nick, G-Ram, and me are now all top tier playoff contending. And you
Yeah,
got
and then
Chicken Wing. Chicken Wing, man. What happened?
dude, you know what's crazy is you only had 1,000 points scored all last season.
See, dude, I'm paying attention this year, man.
And you're at 1258 with
Already.
with weeks to go.
Weeks ago. I'm breaking 1500
Yeah, I don't
at
know if we could
least.
beat. I don't know if we could beat Zach though, because Zach was at 1550.
Total
Yeah, for the season,
for
and
the
we added a
season.
week this year.
And we added a week. But wait, so do we usually play into week 16 or are we just last year too we played into
Usually week 14 was the first week of playoffs.
okay,
But since they added a week, and then the biggest bye week is week 14, I said, "Oh, I'm just gonna move it 1 week,
move it 1 week. Okay.
so we don't have everybody on the bye weeks."
So yeah, we'll see. Cuz even if we match Zach, that's still Zach doing it with one less game.
One last game, yeah,
Okay, so yeah, we got to come in at like 1700 and be like,
something like that.
yeah,
At least
okay.
100 over.
Yeah. Yeah, insane the mix up because you have all these teams that were like Travis. He was number 1 on that side and
Yeah,
now he's chicken wing in the chat.
and
Like he's
and my
chicken
league,
wing.
my side of the league's always been the better league, bro.
Has it?
In 2020, I was 10-2. Anthony was 6-6. Ivan was 5-7. Zach was 5-7. Buddha 5-7. And then on your side, it was Nick 10-2, Atondo 7-5. You were 6-6, and then Travis and GRM were 3-9.
Man, I suck.
And then
Let
2019,
me hear it.
the first year of the league, first year of the league, you were the winner of your side.
Oh,
Yeah, so my
yeah.
side, the first year we ever played. Oh, wait, who is this? I don't even remember these people.
Uh-oh.
These must have been your friends, maybe. Oscar Sierras?
Oh, yeah. That was the first year of the league.
Yeah, he didn't want to play again. He didn't want to play again. Miller,
Miguel. Oh, or
Lionel Rodriguez, he didn't want to play again.
yeah, there was a
And
few.
I forgot who the third person
That's
was.
crazy that was our first year.
Yeah, Matt Jones.
Here's a coworker.
Yeah, so Matt Jones don't play with us no more. Anthony Green don't play with us no more.
Mm-mm.
Oscar Sierra don't play no more, and Leon Rodriguez don't play no more.
And who did they get replaced by? Who else was in this league with us? Like
Now people got replaced
who are the
is
OG founders from us right now? It's me, you.
it was Atondo, Yivin, me, you, Buddha, and Zach. So neither of my brothers were in this league,
And Zach and Nick and Ant
and Nick and Ant.
and Ant. So we added pairs of brothers.
Yeah,
That's cool.
but
But what's my
but now they're
record?
all.
What's my record?
Your record was 8-4.
Ah, I still suck.
Yeah, but I mean, you had 1,300 points. You were the point winner of the whole season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
So you won.
Good little trip down memory lane for us.
Yeah.
And
I
that's
think
what is that? A 2018 start?
2019. Well, 18 to 19. Yes.
18 to 19. Okay.
Yeah.
Just so we can hit our milestones, because next year is going to be year 5.
Yes.
Year 5 of the league. Okay.
But
Interesting.
we've never had the same playoff picture.
That's
It,
interesting.
it it's always moved around super hard. Where it's like you're at the top, you're at the bottom, you're at the top, you're at the bottom. It's never been the same.
Yeah, there's not real consistency there, but I think this by far is the more
Competitive.
competitive for sure because we
Oh
have
yeah,
so many people
easily.
stacked up on each other. It's insane.
Yeah, and no one's really in LL. Like even though Travis won last week, he could still be in the mix with not last place.
Yeah, and I don't think any like I think even if I win out now, I'm barely at 10 wins.
Yeah,
So no one can get more than 10 wins this season.
yeah. No one can get more. Yeah, only two people probably will get double-digit wins.
Yeah, that's insane. Very
That's crazy.
competitive league. I'm glad we got money on the line. We got embarrassment on the line. So you
It's
can
just evolving. We really took the time in this league this year, and I feel like
we
it's just
did
gonna get bigger.
exactly. Yeah, we took the time. The pod is helping. Very very beneficial for the league, and it's fun. We watch football anyway, so might
Yeah,
as well
and it's
make
the
it
stuff we
fun.
already do anyway. Yeah,
Exactly.
and you know what's super funny though is this is the first year that I have football at my own house. After
Oh,
being
okay.
married.
Yeah.
And my wife the other day put on Twitter. She was like, "I'm gonna make a women's group for all the wives that lose their husband to fantasy football every week."
Oh my gosh.
she's like,
Yes.
she's like, "I never realized this because when we lived separate, I would only come over for the Cowboys games. So she didn't see me for all the rest of the 13 hours, whatever the
She
football was
didn't
on.
see that you were up an hour before to set your roster, and you were
I wasn't. Yeah, I didn't wake up at because I woke up at 6 every day to watch the 2 hours of freaking fantasy football now.
yeah.
And she don't see all that. She's like, "Damn, I really lose you the whole football season." I'm like, "Yeah, you have to."
Yep. It was nice knowing you. I'll see you next year.
It's my time.
It's my time. Oh man,
I
this
know.
is hilarious. But yeah, we're gonna look
Yeah.
at the playoff standings really quickly because we know what the standings look like. Well, we can go through them really quickly. We'll go west side. I'll do mine, and you can do yours. On the
Sounds
west,
good to me.
I'm at 7-4, and then we have two people tied for second, and that is G Ram and Nick at 6-5. And then we have we have Tondo, sorry, at 5-6, and Chicken Wing bringing up the
Take
pack
it
at
away.
3-8. Very competitive league on this side. We got top four all within 2 games. So,
Yep.
and you come over here and it's identical. So go over your side.
Yeah. My side, I have Yivin at 7-4. I have me at 6-5. I have Anthony at 6-5. Zach at 5-6, and Buddha at 4-7. I think mine's a little closer just because my bottom person is one game closer.
Exactly, yeah. Every person in that side of the bracket or the standings is 1 game apart. It's
Yeah.
Yavin to you, it's you to Zach, and then it's Zach to Buddha. As to
Yep.
where Atondo and Travis do have a 2 game gap, so
Yeah.
a little less
But
competitive,
that could
but
be that could be closer by the end of the season.
exactly a lot. It could be a lot closer. Travis coming up with big upset wins with
Yeah.
beating a number one. So after you
That
beat a
was
number
big.
one, you can't take Travis for granted now. You
No.
can't look at
Because
that match and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna win that." Like,
it would
no,
be crazy if Travis got back-to-back first place knockouts.
no, it wouldn't
'Cause
be. No, just
yeah,
kidding.
no, I mean, it's bad for you, but it would be like an
Yeah.
underdog story to be like,
Oh, for
"Okay,
sure.
I'm gonna knock out G-Ram and then boom, Zepeda right afterwards."
Exactly, because especially if he makes a push to get himself out of the chicken wing
Out of chicken
spot.
wing race.
That would be
Yeah,
like, oh shit, that's crazy.
that would
So,
be crazy. Because then you can't even be like, "Oh, you face bad teams to get out of it." You're like, "No, I knocked out all the first place teams at the end."
exactly.
That's crazy.
Very interesting. But yeah, right under it, we look here and we see season stats. And this is where the point totals are going to come into play. It's me.
Let me sort it by points for.
Yeah,
Because
so
if you click PF, it'll put it by how many points are there.
yeah, so I did click that and you can see it's me 1258, GRAM 1247, DRAM 1215. Those are the only people in the
Yeah.
1200s.
It's funny that like those three people and none of those are the first place on my side.
Yeah.
Like the first place on my side is fourth in
You're
in
higher.
the points.
You're
Yeah,
higher than
that's
your
what I'm
first
saying.
place. Exactly. So, and these are really going to factor in to the last two positions. Well, it'll
Yeah,
factor in, I guess, for every position, but you're going to get your placements, but then those last two positions does not matter what side of the bracket you're on. It's just
and you know what's
clearly this total right here.
crazy is Nick is at the bottom of the list, 6 and 5, and Chicken Wings higher than him with what is it 3 and 8?
3 and 8, yep, and he's
Isn't
higher.
that nuts? What the heck?
Insane. So that
How does that
means
even happen?
Travis is playing really good games, but just not coming up with them.
Just losing, yeah,
He's
he's
just
just
losing
losing
them
them.
in the end. So he's putting up more points, but yeah. And you look at it, those competitive spots. So like that 5 and 6 bracket right now,
Yeah,
if we look, 5 and 6 are 120, 1127, and 1067.
yeah,
That's what it looks like right now. But that's you got to play record into it first and then look at it. So
yeah.
we won't really know who's going heads up points wise because, like you said, you got Nick down here with the lowest point total. But if he has more wins than somebody, it does
He could
not
make it the
matter.
playoffs.
Yeah, it does
Like
not matter.
he's the lowest point total, but he's at 65% chance for playoffs.
Exactly. And that's because his record, he has a game up on everybody who's 5 and
Yeah.
6, which there's a lot in the league currently. So
Yep.
really interesting. Let's look at that final standing projections thing real quick. Very interesting. We got Zach free falling from number 1 all the way down to 7.
Yeah, and I think that really proves just the two big games he's lost back to back.
But also, too, I think all those cues,
Yeah,
all
the
those
question marks hurt him for
questionables,
sure.
man.
Yeah, those hurt.
You got Nick over here from 2 falling down to 6th. Then we
And I think
go,
that just plays off his point totals.
yeah, he's just not scoring enough. You got
Yeah,
Buddha from 5 to 8.
and
So
I think that just the losses hurt.
Carson Wentz, or not Carson Wentz, Kirk Cousins not coming up.
Yep.
You got Atondo 6 to 9,
I think that's just because he has two bad losses.
2 bad losses. Yeah, and then Chicken Wing went down. That's when these don't make sense to me because he
Yeah, I
beat.
think he should have stayed at 8.
Yeah, I think come on, give him something, man. He's the last place team beating a first place team.
Yeah, and I think they're just factoring his whole season left, like his whole point total.
Exactly. Yeah, they have to factor all of that in, but
Yeah, because I think they're assuming that based on the odds, he's going to be last place no matter what.
yeah, exactly. So, because these are final projections, where do you project him to
Yeah,
stand? Like, and yeah,
yeah,
we project him to be last. But you got Anthony coming in from 10 all the way to 5. So you can see how these big jumps are based off of these wins.
yeah. Because I mean, he's been doing good the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, Ant beats Yavin, goes from 10 to 5. Yavin loses, but 9 to 4. I think that's because everyone was pretty competitive under him and he didn't lose
Yeah,
his
and
position.
yeah, he didn't lose his spot.
He still kept it. Yeah, you went up from 7 to 3 because you're inching closer to that number 1 spot.
And my point total's been going up. It's been staying high,
GRAM 3 to 2, which is kind of
and I think
interesting
that's.
because he did get beat, but I
I
think
think they
he's still
factor his points also.
his points and he's playoff bound.
Yeah,
And then you have mine biggest jump 4 to 1. That makes sense because I am number 1 in my division now.
and now you have
So
the biggest point total also.
now I have the biggest point total as well. So things are adding up. Final projections look good. But yeah,
For
that's
you,
it. I know. Well, they look good for you as
but
well. We're trending up.
fantasy football is just like regular football, where it's any given week.
Oh, exactly. And it's even
You,
in the
even
NFL,
if
you
you make it
can't
to the
play the
playoffs,
matchups.
yeah, you don't know. You just do not know.
You just do not know. So, very interesting matchups. Everyone's got to just watch Sunday. Nothing special Sunday. They had 3 games on Thanksgiving, so there's no early games. There is everyone playing. So this is a good assessment to see how your team is for
Mhm.
that playoff run because there's no bye weeks. So like
Yeah.
right now, like coming into these, you're like, oh well, my team did good, but I didn't have this guy or I didn't have that guy because they're on bye. Like, let's see how your team scores this week. And I
Yeah.
think that can cause you to be like, fuck, I have a weak bench. I need to do something about my bench. Or, man, this position's really weak for me. I need to do something about it
Yeah.
because your team is fully and able to go. Everyone is available. Everyone's playing. If they're hurt, then that's just your team being hurt. But there's no excuses with bye weeks or anything like that. So this should be one of the highest point totals for the week
Yeah.
because everyone has everybody playing. So it's gonna be a interesting look when we review the games next week, just to
Yeah.
see, do we have a lot of 100-point teams? Do we have 100 plus? Do we have 150? So we'll be able to really see what teams look good and which ones don't. And then of
Yep.
course all the projections are gonna be shuffled up,
Yep.
all of them. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up key matchups, final projections, everything like that. Um, Before we forget, I just want to give shout out. You saw the 3T prints, Lombardi. We're gonna
Oh
make a
yeah.
special. Yep, there it is again. The FFL
Nice.
NFL logo is so
Yep.
sick.
The Fantasy Football League.
Yep, that's awesome. That's gonna be our
That's clean.
championship trophy. Um, Big shout outs to Jess at Pick Your Poison Roasters. Check her out if you need some coffee. Some coffee. And we
I
got,
wonder if we could do a little like a 3 photo shoot with your wife about maybe like who won the fantasy.
yeah, we can have someone come in. Dude, I shoot now for her company. So I
Oh,
can bring a
okay.
camera. Yeah, I'm like she'll
Even if you brought a
she'll
even
edit
if you brought a camera to like
Buffalo.
Buffalo and like
Oh,
got like that'd be funny.
I'll take one for sure. So we get like
Yeah, Travis
good
Travis
high
with the
end
chicken wings.
quality. Yeah.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
want to see that in 4K, right?
Yep, yep,
Yeah,
we
so
do. I'm gonna get that printed on a flag for him so you can put
exactly, yeah. Just change it all his profile pictures.
it up.
But
Chicken wing, chicken wing.
yeah, shout out College Denise Photography. Christmas minis going
Yeah.
on right now. Bring your
I mean, hey, if
pets.
you've been
Bring
shooting it, dude, it's been killing it. There's some good
Dude.
stuff on that.
Yeah, no, she's been killing it for sure. So finally had a day off yesterday, which was nice, and then today's we got a few things, but it's nice to rest and just talk
Yeah.
fantasy football.
I might have to do a little like shoot with you with me, my wife, and my dogs because I want to do
Okay.
like a first year in the house Christmas card.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we'll see what's up. Maybe
Oh
I'll
yeah, for
plan one
sure.
out.
Just let me know. But yeah, all the sponsors, their links will be in the description below. This will get onto YouTube tomorrow. I think I'm
Hmm.
gonna try and put it on tomorrow really early.
Yeah,
Um,
that
because I
works.
have time today to get everything downloaded and cut, and
Yeah.
then when it goes to YouTube, of course, it's going to be going to Spotify, and it is going to be going to Apple as well.
Yep.
We do have the option to do read-in ads for Spotify now,
Mm.
so we're gonna have to pre-record that, and
Yeah.
we're
Just
just
drop
gonna
in
we input them inside of the actual episode. So
because we could do that at the beginning. We just be like this. That this
yeah,
podcast is actually sponsored by
yeah,
whatever.
podcast brought to you by blah blah blah, and then we can factor in our own ad reads too for our stuff for
Yeah.
our companies that we have now. So yeah, very interesting, guys. I appreciate all the support. Please give it a listen to on Spotify. Check the link to see if there's a question. I usually try and put a poll question or just a yes or no question on there to interact. But yeah, that's it. We're waiting till Sunday. A lot of stuff is going to get handled Sunday, Monday, and we'll see where we're at. We'll get more interesting. But before we end,
Oh yeah, we got
we
this.
got another
We
bamboozled
got
on
this to do.
another bamboozled. We're gonna end it
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Let's look at that score real quick. We had
Okay. 130
159.88
to 137.
to 137.8. So
And I thought, damn, I'm having a good game. I might be able to knock down as a paid up. It has absolute monster game.
yeah, sorry, monster games here only. Let's see what you get.
That's it. That's it. I'm spinning it. So, oh, hold on, my finger.
There we go. That's a good one.
It went.
Let's
No.
see it.
Oh my god, dirty dishwater?
Yes.
I told you how bad this one was. I almost threw up last time.
What's the good one? What's the good one?
birthday cake?
Birthday cake. Okay, so you'll know.
I'll know
Yeah,
instantly.
no, yeah.
Oh my god, I told you how bad. I tried this one. It is so bad.
Yeah, you.
I can't even smell it. It won't even let me.
It's that dishwater where there's like old food floating in it, and
Dude,
that
you're making
real
my
nasty
me-
sponge at the
you
bottom.
give me goosebumps down my back because I know how bad this one is.
Oh man, yep.
Oh, please, Lord, please, please, fantasy football gods.
Okay. Oh, he got it. No.
It's just
Oh,
so bad, dude. I'm gonna throw up.
oh
My
my
God, this is
god.
terrible.
You can spit
Should
it
I eat
out.
it?
Spit it
Oh,
out. Yeah.
that is the worst. Oh my God, my eyes are watering.
Oh my
That is
gosh,
the
dude.
worst tasting jelly bean. Oh
It's
God.
just, dude, who's taste testing these? And we're like, yep, we got it perfect. Dirty dishwater.
Whoa, that is terrible,
Oh man.
dude. Are any of these good?
I don't think
My
so.
Lord.
And dude, now you're running
Is
out
this
of bad ones because you've gotten 2 bads and you haven't tried the birthday cake yet.
Oh God, that's
So
terrible. That
yeah.
is horrible. Dude, I don't know if you can see on the camera, but the goosebumps are real because that
Oh
is
my gosh, dude.
disgusting.
That's a
I
way
put
to
that in the
start your
can.
day off. 10:30 in the
Ah,
morning, just eating a
ah,
dirty dishwater jelly bean.
oh, the
Anything
bad
for the
part is that
pod, bro. Anything for the
the
pod.
bad part is the first one was booger, which now I'm thinking about it, that one wasn't as bad because dishwater is horrible.
And dude, we still haven't got the dirty gym socks.
Or the dead fish. I don't like
Ooh, yeah.
fish.
See, we still have
I
some good
like fish,
ones.
but dead fish is terrible.
Cause you know, dead fish is also rotten fish. Like they
Thanks,
just
bro.
say dead, but it's rotten.
Thank
So
you, Sabina.
yeah. Well, all right, that does it for the pod. We appreciate everybody. Like I said, please show support. Share on Instagram, share on
Ugh.
Snapchat. Listen to it yourself. Send it to anybody you think should listen to it. We got some advice on the pod today for some of
Yep.
these matchups. But yeah, hit us up too on Instagram if you have any questions about certain matchups because we have different views on it. So
Yeah.
we'll be able to talk about it and give you both of our opinions, and then
Yep.
up to
Then
you who wants to
you can
go
choose
with
what you
it.
do with the facts. Yeah.
Exactly, and if you want to come back and blame us, then that's cool too. But
Dude, that
yeah,
is terrible.
everyone have a nice Black Friday. Do some shopping. Stay safe.
Oh,
And that's it. See you guys
I
next
wonder.
time.
I wonder if 3T prints will have any Black Friday sales.
Ooh, yeah. Or maybe just start to think
Ooh,
about gifts
but
because you need to give them
it is
some
a month.
time.
I mean, we're almost to playoffs. If you want to order one of these for the other leagues, you can order one.
You need to give him
They
some
are
time.
30 and they're nice.
Yeah, see, we need some pricing. We need some gift options. But,
And they're smooth, dude. Like, this is a nice quality.
dude, I'm thinking about doing something. Just something with a logo, maybe.
Yeah,
And,
that's nice.
yeah, it's a pretty cool custom idea you can do. You're not going to find it on the shelves.
No.
So it's a good option. But yeah, everyone have a nice Black Friday and have a good Sunday. We will see you next week.
Peace.
Peace.